Well, hi there, and welcome into Reminiscing with Shady, episode 31. I've got a little Mario Tennis here for you guys today, and I love this game. This game right here is the definition of pure, just mind-blowing fun. And I'm not talking about, like, this isn't a super intense game. It isn't a super hardcore game. It doesn't take a lot of effort or anything. It's just fun to play this game. I'm not really a huge tennis fan at all, really. I know tennis because I watch SportsCenter like every day. But other than basic physics and geometry, I don't really know a whole lot about the game. I really don't. But hitting a little ball, a couple times, getting score, fun times like that was cool. It's just fun to play. And this is for the Nintendo 64, as I'm sure some of you are well aware. But one of the things that makes this game kind of different than many of the other Reminiscing with Shadys, I would assume, if not all of them, 90% of the ones that I've featured thus far, is that I never actually owned this game. Now you're saying, now wait a minute. Didn't you have to play it before for it to be a Reminiscing with Shady? And I say yes. Now, while I never owned this game, back in the day, like way back in the day, like I'm talking like mid-90s maybe, 96, 95, 96, 97, 98, mid to late 90s. Walmart used to have each system out. Back then it was PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, and maybe a Sega. Maybe a Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, something like that. This is right before the first Xbox ever was even envisioned. Long time before that. So they would have these systems. They'd be on all the time, and it was basically a Walmart daycare without the supervision. So my mom would do her shopping, and I would go and I'd find the game area, and I'd play Mario, or I'd play whatever happened to be playing on the PlayStation, which is how I found games like High Octane and whatnot. And this, for a period of about a year, was the featured Nintendo 64 game at the Walmart where I lived at the time. And it was like a demo version, so it wasn't the full game, it was just a demo version. You could play singles as Mario or Luigi, or you could play doubles with those two characters versus Bowser and I think not Luigi, Wario, Mario's evil evil whatever. And so I would play, I wouldn't say we didn't go every day, but we would go probably once a week, and I would play for maybe an hour once a week. And it was like that for a year until they changed the game to, I think it was the next Zelda that came out after this or something like that, and I played that a little bit. But it's just interesting that no longer Walmart does that. At least the one by me, they don't have any systems where you can demo anything. I mean, they have videos, but they don't have, you can't play a game, or you can't play a demo of a game like you used to be able to, like how I discovered this game. And it's just fun to play this game again. And I played it a little while ago, but I actually recorded this several weeks ago. But before I do the commentaries, I like to just play them again real quick, get half hour in it maybe. And I got lost and ended up playing for 2 hours. And because it's just so fun to just hit the ball back and forth, and just, or not sometimes, because you're about to see this doubles match that's upcoming. I hit the ball to them, they hit the ball back to us, and then Yoshi just destroys them. It's quite fun, and it's hilarious. And you'll get to see that in a second. But I've never really played this game with anyone, so I don't know what two-player doubles or two-player singles is like. But I gotta say that the Nintendo franchise gets a lot of things right, and this is a perfect example of this game. I haven't played a Nintendo game in a new Nintendo game in quite some time. But one of the things they used to get right is they used to have very simple games that, while they were simple, they had a good bit of replay value, because you could play as, I think there were 16 characters that came with this game. You could play them X amount of times, and there was a lot of repetition, but it wasn't forced repetition. Basically, you could play this game as much as you wanted or as little as you wanted, and it was just fun to play. It wasn't this huge deal where you had to do all these little mundane tasks, which is a problem for me in a lot of newer games. I would say, because for me, games like Mass Effect and Uncharted have a lot of just repetitiveness to them. And sure, they have some new features every time you do something. There's just a lot of repetitiveness. And sure, this is tennis, so there's really, like, you serve and then you hit it and you just hit it back and forth. But the thing that makes this is it's a relaxed repetitiveness. It's not hard to hit the tennis ball back and forth, is what I'm getting at. And unlike, a lot of the games I just mentioned, it's more difficult to do the said task repeatedly. And I also just like, this is a laid-back chill game, and I really love laid-back chill games like this, like Mario Kart. I'm trying to think of some others. Croc, which is a game that probably not the next one, but here in probably a few, I'll bust out some more PlayStation 1 games, and Croc will be featured. Croc is a great example of that. Mario had a water game. I'm forgetting the name of it off the top of my head, but that one was pretty chill, pretty laid back for Nintendo 64. But yeah, guys, this is Mario Tennis for Nintendo 64. I'm Shadylikeatree, and this has been episode 31 of Reminiscing with Shady. And take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed.